My company has a small.
There's Ritu. Hi, Ritu.
I feel like it's
Really?
like looking at articles, it's not like clear in articles like by what mechanism he designated it. But this curbed article from like 5 days ago is like, oh, whatever it is like probably not legal.
I know, but.
Good to map it, was the argument.
Well, that's what reminded me. I think as you were walking in, we were talking about unmapped parks. That was the catalyst, right? Trees?
So Anthony Dang is the partnerships for parks person that's going to introduce you to.
Please, okay, great. Yeah, we had talked about it. Yeah. Yes, please. Lynn, okay. Can you put on that filter, make me look younger filter? All right.
Well, what?
Yeah, can you turn it? Can you make those guys look older? Can you make yeah. No, there's, I have it on at work. I have it heavy on. It's like gauze. I get people say, can we use Microsoft? Can we use Google? And I go, it doesn't have that filter. All right. Who am I waiting for? I'm waiting for Chris.
That's the best I can do.
And Shirley, okay, thanks. And Frederica, yeah, where's Frederica's coming?
I put it back.
Yeah, no, that's not good, there she is, there's Shirley, hi Shirley.
I didn't want to miss your quorum.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you coming.
It's weird out there though.
It's a little balmy.
Before it was wonderfully warm.
Oh,
Now it's kind of freezing.
I did not leave my office all day.
For Ritu, you look great.
Yeah, hi Ritu. Yeah, Ritu looks good. See, she has a filter on. Did you put the filter on you, Ritu?
Ritu doesn't need the filter.
No,
I don't know about that.
Very good.
She looks
Very
good.
nice
Yeah,
line there.
It's because the room is red.
Oh, do you have one of those lighting circle things?
No.
Yeah, me neither. People get those. You have, yeah.
I was thinking about a facelift instead.
I would,
Not for our sake.
I would admit it if I got, what, the circle light?
But a circle light, Facebook.
Oh, face.
I think for utility, then I'm pretty much.
No, my son's, this being recorded, my older son's hair is thinning, and he's bummed out by it.
Oh my
How old is he?
He's 29 and,
Well, now's the time to start working on it. You don't wait too long.
but it's genetic predisposition on it's the mother's side, right? So.
That's
So you can
right.
go now to Turkey and get it done.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen those photos we've?
Yeah, and they show me these guys on the plane
Yeah.
and they can spot them because
They
they're
all have
shaved
they
heads
have
with
the,
little
like,
plugs.
or they wear like a scarf.
Okay, so Rich, Christy Avram, who did Friends of Del Savio, her husband's or her brother-in-law is like the foremost hair replacement person in New York.
Oh, that's even better. You don't have to go, but it's like 10,000.
And you get so much more.
Yeah, no, so
I mean,
We're very enlightening committee.
yeah.
so
Maybe we should have a special
Broad
committee.
reach, very broad reach.
the joke was,
We're about, like, all manner of growth.
Jared's got very straight hair and he goes to this Italian barber and Jared's like, what's going on with my hair? What do you think? And this barber goes, your hair is wavy. Jared was like, what do you mean? It's so straight, it's wavy goodbye. That's how I told him to go to. All right, anyway, let's get started with the, welcome everyone. Happy New Year. I think this is the last day, according to Larry David, that you're allowed to say Happy New Year. And welcome to, hey, there he is. Hey, Chris. Welcome to
Great, let me make a little room for you.
January meeting of the Community Board 2 Manhattan Parks and Waterfront Committee. My name is Rich Cacapolo. I'm the chair. And we are here in the CB2 offices and we've got a quorum and we have some people online there, some attendees, and we've got Ritu remotely. So I think we're still waiting for it was Frederica, but and Coral's on there too, I heard. So that's great. Thank you. There's Coral. Yeah. Okay. So Before we get into it, let me just ask people to go around the room. As I said, I'm Rich. Susanna, why don't you go?
Susanna Aaron, Vice Chair.
And Shirley, why don't you?
Shirley Saganda, member of the committee.
Chris Dignas, member of the committee.
Ben Listman, member of the committee.
Eddie Siegel, committee member.
And in the room, we've got some,
Susan Kent, board member.
right? And then we said we have two people on, we've got,
Coral Dawson, committee member.
and Ritu.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. And I want to, a small room, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is.
Okay, yeah, community member coming to attend. And then we have Therese, who I'll introduce in a second. We have, this one's more of a planning meeting. We have a couple updates, which Therese has agreed to deliver and answer some questions. But what I wanted to do with this one, a little bit different than usual, is to use it to plan out the rest of the year and to adopt something that I had presented earlier, which was where we get each, where all of us sort of adopt a few parks to sort of take on a little bit more than we do today in terms of individually. And I'll talk about that as we go forward. I have a list of all the parks and all the open spaces in our district. And I have, this was something we mentioned when we were doing our district priorities and district needs assessment. And so I just had a list. We'll get to that. But let me start with the first issue so she can leave if she wants. And by the way, all right, is Therese. I saw her at Mulch Fest 2026, as we do each year. I don't know if you're aware, but the Parks Department people have these very bright yellow coats now. She opted not to wear. She has one. It's like neon yellow.
They're very useful when you're trying to keep people from getting hurt by a tipper or a tree.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
Traffic
guess so.
cone, it's a walk.
And they have new winter hats too. Next year
wow.
for Christmas. Yeah. Anyway,
New fashion
Yeah.
show, eh?
but there were a couple things that she had asked to update us on. One was Bleecker Playground, but I'll turn it over to you.
Great, I am Therese Flores, I'm the regional manager for the Parks Department. I come in person because it's better to hear, because often I
The
can't.
microphone is, people here online, otherwise you have
Can
to
everybody
pull
hear
one
me?
of those down.
Oh, should we move this on that? Yeah,
You do it, okay, I'm sorry,
Okay.
it's just that sometimes that happens.
Yeah, Therese.
So, I'm here just to give a few updates. Bleecker Playground is under construction. It's being phased, and so the northern portion is open while the southern portion is being constructed. They're waiting for the play equipment and safety surface, which are long lead time items, and it's hard to install things like that in the winter. So once those arrive, that portion will be completed, and the northern section will then go under construction. The estimated completion date is still August 2026. So that's for Bleecker Playground.
I have a question.
Actually, it's coming closer.
Does the name, does the upper part, that's not the playground, does that have a different name, or is that part of this project, or?
It's the same part of the project. The upper part is the sandbox area.
No, I mean the upper part on the northern part where the grown-ups go.
The seating
Outside,
area?
yeah.
Okay, the sitting area is kind of separate. It's still a part of like the Bleecker Playground space, but it's not going to go under construction.
It's not going under construction.
That was renovated not too last year.
And there's been some issues there and a lot of garbage issues there.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's anything I need to address there, just let me know. Send me photos. That's the best way. I can ask somebody to put my email in the chat. But I also interested in introducing Anthony Dang from Partnerships for Parks, because he's really instrumental in connecting our volunteers and our community advocates to resources and helping us understand how vital parks are, right? There's a lot of things that we need and we need to express that we need it.
Okay.
Right? And Vital Parks helps us to understand how much we have compared to other neighborhoods. And it really gives us a sense of how much we can advocate. You might not know that there are things out there that maybe your park needs. So Anthony is here and maybe we can give him a chance to talk at some
Sure.
point.
Yeah, we'll do that. Do you want to take questions on your playground?
Yeah, is there any other questions?
Maybe a little more context for those who might, this was not a real this wasn't the term, it wasn't really a renovation, it was sort of a slight improvements or fixing up of things or.
Like it's pretty full scale. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
it really is a renovation. They're changing out the play equipment, they're changing out, I think a drinking fountain and the safety surface. It's not like tearing up the whole place and redoing all the drainage and the park bathroom won't change. It's mostly that playground that's being upgraded, which was very, very old and really needed. It was falling apart.
Not a change to the design.
Last done? Do you know how long ago it was last touched?
I
Okay.
don't have the top of my head, but I can get it before I leave.
Vital Parks has it.
Yeah, the Vital Parks website actually gives you that information so that you know and can advocate and say, look, you haven't touched this park in 25 years. I think it's definitely eligible for an upgrade and should be eligible.
Yep.
And help us advocate for those spaces that really need an update so that they're safer.
It's helpful for us, I think, also to know like what you guys, you visit these things all the time and, we walk by them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, helpful to know what you think.
In terms of updates by parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. Well, that's part of the thing. But any other questions on Bleecker Playground renovation? Again, the design hasn't changed. It's still a sandbox with the jungle gym, with the swings and of slides and stuff like that.
So August means that will the entire space be closed for August? I know that you're phasing it for construction reasons, but does that mean that it will be out of commission? until
Right. So
August?
the one or the other is under construction between now and August.
I see.
Okay.
So
Okay. Do you want to,
Anthony, can you hear us? Can you unmute?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can.
Oh,
All right. Cool. It's a pleasure meeting everyone. My name is Anthony Dang. I'm born and raised New Yorker from Queens. And looking forward to working with you all. I don't know, I probably, you can't see my face, but maybe hopefully one of these days I'll come meet all of you in person, but I've gotten to, I think, meet Coral in person. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys, seeing what we can do in partnerships with partnerships to kind of see what areas we can address, but also to see how we could beautify and help grow volunteer efforts in your district. So looking forward to meeting with you all. I'm gonna leave my contact information in the chat, so whoever's in the meeting, if you want to give me a call or contact, that would be awesome. But yeah, pleasure meeting.
Does your camera work now, Anthony?
I don't think I have access to open my camera in this, so I think you just hear my voice. I tried to promote it and you declined, so if you want to try again. What is it?
No, he's
Partnership for Parks.
no, they said that they looked to promote you, but you declined, but we could hear him speak.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's-
Well, sometimes
Oh,
we
okay.
get to see Anthony and, oh, there we go.
There he is. There he is. Thank you.
I recognize him.
see you.
It's great to meet Anthony, and it's so wonderful to have you on the team now helping the local park. So thank you.
Nice.
Partnership for Parks, is that a completely independent,
Is
not-for-profit?
that
or is
Adam?
it? Is it
Adam, somebody who's head of that Partnership for Parks? Is that the 1% organization?
No, why don't you go?
No, so Partnerships for Parks is a part of parks in the way that it's the part of what makes all of our parks have a friends group or an advocate or someone who's deeply involved and invested. They can go to partnerships and help to advocate for us and get their message across and about what that park needs and how the neighborhood is using the park and
So they are affiliated then with?
yes, they're part of parks.
Somehow
They're
I
part of
asked
the
thought they were nonprofit.
Anthony, do you have a better explanation than that? Because
Yeah. So our wing of parks started in 1995 as during the financial crisis. And so we've existed to help work with local community members to advocate for their parks. We're kind of a middle person in working with Teresa's division in terms of providing support, in terms of if community members need access to tools, access to funding, but also we work with community groups who don't have the ability, such as a conservancy, or the ability or access to resources to do to get them connected with community boards, get them connected with elected officials to advocate for their park spaces, their green spaces. So we're kind of the community engagement wing of the Parks Department. So we work closely with volunteers. We also work closely. Some of our community groups have become 501c3s eventually. So we work with some groups to kind of get to that place of independence, but also we work with, we have a variety of things that we do. So I more specifically work with your district and your council district, and we have other teams across the 5 boroughs, so I'm not the only one that is working and pushing this work forward. So hopefully that's a clear explanation. But we also have a website, so.
They've been around 30 years.
Structurally, you've got the City Parks Foundation that does like all the stuff for like Central Park and all the programming and all the events and sort of the big, and then you have the Partnership for Parks that when you see It's My Park Day, that's Partnership for Parks supporting local park groups and providing tools and a certain amount of plants, et cetera, that are for each particular place. And then you have the New York City Parks that manages and maintains the operations. So there's 3 separate entities, which is very confusing to a lot of people, but it is a 501c3.
501c3, not under.
It is, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was looking for it. We did a
501c3 that's under the purview of Parks Department.
No, it's not, it's separate.
It's like a private-public partnership.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you also get involved in trying to recruit people to become friends / conservancies? Like, do you recruit people to get involved with parks? I don't know where that.
I guess we do have in my work we have encountered community board members who have individuals that have community members who are interested in forming a group. So I work with them to kind of get them to form a group. So if there are individuals in your community that are interested in forming a group, you can connect me with them. I can have a discussion with them and see where they're at, and kind of gauge how we can, form a volunteer group. And then from that, I work with Therese, work with the local park managers to kind of see like how I can support them in growing them as a group. Not necessarily they become a conservancy. Some just become a friends group depending on their capacity and their schedule and their time. A lot of our volunteers are parents, teachers, a variety of like occupations. So it really depends on capacity and where they're at. So, that's how, yeah.
But the impetus to organize or to get involved comes from them, not from you. You're not actively recruiting people.
No, it's very, we're a very small team. So we don't have as much capacity to be recruiting, at the time. So
thank you.
But they do provide an ongoing series of programming and educational seminars at the Arsenal and online, so that all the many people that are interested and know nothing about parks or how it works or how to get involved can also educate themselves through those webinars or attending those programming. So it provides like an education for individuals that want to get more involved.
Thank you, Carl.
You're welcome, because you all do a lot. And it's just, unfortunately, not a lot of people know how to connect or even that it exists until they're already involved. So it is an important thing that hopefully the community board can help make more members of our community aware of.
Yeah. Good segue to our next topic. But before we go there, and introduction to Partnership for Parks is really good on this topic as well. But there are a few more things. Was there anything else you wanted to raise?
No, just updates. Just Sarah Valley Playground recently had a little bit of a change just to make it safer. We had some cargo netting it's not really cargo, and it was a climber, there's a netting in the middle that was removed because it was getting worn and allowing for too many gaps that are the wrong size, which could cause like a head entrapment, right? So we had it removed so that it would be safer. So if you hear that someone's like, well, why did they take away this fun thing? It's because it wasn't safe. So,
Big head entrapment is a
Yeah.
good term for,
so you don't want a kid to fall through and get their head stuck. And so, yeah, and so it was removed for safety reasons. So, if you see that change, it just
Will it
happened
be
yesterday.
replaced or not?
If we can find a way, yes. I think once play equipment hits around 10 years, it needs to be replaced and upgraded because safety changes. A lot of the equipment gets worn, and some of the designs, the newest designs are better and fun and
safer.
safer. And they're just easier to install a whole new piece than trying to piecemeal all the time.
This is it, yeah. Was there something else we
Does
talked about?
replacement come out of existing budget?
Yes, or we have, there has to be fundraising for it, or you have to find a way.
I have one thing for Bleecker, which is I think we should invite Jillian at some point to come, talk to us all because she's just a saint running that for so long. But I know her only son is 16 and she's doing that pretty much by herself now. Josh left with his family for Florida about 5 years ago. So like at some point, and she does Therese could talk about it, but she's like, if once she's less interested or has less time and she full-time works, I don't know who is going to step in. And that is a major space that requires and needs a lot of support.
Yeah, she's really someone who's straight on the phone with us, sending text messages, really watching out for that park and promoting all the community activities that go on around it and really organizing a lot of the best parts of it. So Jillian's a really huge part of that neighborhood as well as that park.
16, he's getting too old to play in the sand.
She's been basically, she's been doing it as a favor to our community for now years. So it's just, yeah.
I think it's great that we, and that's something I think we want to do is identify people who've been doing that and get more support if they lean in, to that. So.
Can I ask about the structure of Abington Square Friends? Because obviously they're geographically right across the street. And I don't know, we met with them, I think 1,000,000 years ago, maybe, or not. I know nothing about their organization or their capacity.
Yeah. So we're going to hear from, they're going to come. I'm looking.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, they have a 501c3 and a whole board, and they publish document and all that stuff.
Yeah, and
they're not in the kid frame. They're not going to take on Bleecker.
No, and they do a great job, and I want them to come because I think they are a wonderful example of a 501c3. The
Christmas tree was beautiful. The lighting was gorgeous. The caroling, everything that they did was just fabulous.
The chair of the board is a woman named Sigrid Esser. She's been in that role for a while. And I asked her to come to the maybe 1 or 2 ago, but it was their board meeting that night and she couldn't come, but she said, speak. And she said she didn't need anything. We were talking about, is there anything that she wanted in the needs assessment? And she said they were okay. And said she has a relationship with Parks, through Ralph and you. So
What about Jackson Square? Are they in good shape?
I don't know, to tell you the truth.
They met with us 1,000,000 years ago when they were
When we
redoing the
met with
fountain.
Abington.
Same time. So I spoke to Nicole Barth about that.
Oh.
There's a gentleman who helps out a lot there, takes care of it, volunteers much but never uses email. Never.
He calls me by phone.
Doesn't. I'll just use his phone.
Great.
But I couldn't get in touch with him. I need to.
Matthew, he's really great.
And he's a
then
one-man band?
Michael is a part of the Alliance, and you have all the
Yes.
other members of the Alliance, and they really, advocate for the park.
I think it's the same team that's been there for a while.
Top shape.
And they are also a 501c3.
Yes, and
They're the 501s that are organized enough to keep their 501c3 are kind of okay.
Yeah, those were the 2 that I think do a really good job. And actually we were trying to bring them in the same time as we were speaking about Jefferson Market because they were an example of I don't want to say good or bad, just as well established.
Can I ask, so there's this fellow Matthew, but there's also the Jackson Square Alliance,
Yes.
which is better organized, so, which is more sort of robustly or officially organized, right? So do we have a contact with people
That's-
there?
Yes.
And Mike, I can't think of his last name, Michael.
But they might be able to come in as well.
Yeah, we should.
Great.
Basically, invite them, yeah.
Well, is there anything that we should be asking or learning from the Jefferson Market people that doesn't have to do with their legal status or their park status? I mean, there's other things that we could talk about with them besides that.
Such as,
All the things that we would talk to Abingdon and Jackson about. What are your plans? What events, hours, blah, blah, blah.
So they put that all on their website, and people can sign up for their newsletter and can also ask for their regular communication. So I feel like they're already doing that. If you take the time to, if you're interested, to sign up for their information and their distribution and their Instagram and all their social media, they publish all that.
No, but I'm talking about Jefferson Market Garden.
Yeah, I'm talking about Jefferson Market too.
Okay,
So they do all that. So if you're interested, they are already doing all that. So I think we should, at a minimum, sign up for their information and look at their web pages and their social media, and maybe focus some time on all those groups that actually are not at the 501c3 level and need the support to grow to that level.
well, all right, let me table this conversation till the next topic, or because I think it fits into what I hope to discuss in that. Any other topics?
No, I don't have any updates for Grand Canal Court yet. Wait, no, I do.
Yes.
Hold on. I lied. Hold on.
Canal Court. Everybody remembers Grand Canal Court. We talked about it a few months ago. It's 6th Avenue, and it was
So they-
a court that's currently closed due to the underground project.
Right, and so they expect it to be completed with the restoration and return to parks in late spring or early summer. And that's the latest on when it's gonna be completed, so that's
Yeah, that's good. I mean, they've
been a while, yeah. It'd be nice.
There's
been a
a
while.
whole bunch of things going on right in that
Yeah,
area, with Duarte's there too.
You went on that walk, didn't you? Did you go on that walk with Janine? Did you do that?
No.
Oh,
Before you,
And
I
you.
think,
no, there was a more recent one. I thought.
What, like on Canal?
Yeah, Canal, yeah.
I didn't go
Oh,
yeah.
for transportation.
yeah. There was I didn't go, but there
I
was
think it might have just been like her and Dan.
oh, yeah. It was, because there's Duarte Square, there's the big building that's being built there eventually. There was a request to put trees or something. There were
DEP was doing some work there.
EPs
Oh,
doing.
water pump or something like that.
That was, yeah, they're also doing the power thing underneath it, yeah. There was a question that came in, I mentioned to you before, there's the change in Washington Square Park. I know you don't have the answer yet, but the question was, how can we find out more? So,
Which change? I wanna let
No,
Will
please.
answer that and ask him to provide like an email.
yeah, I asked Will the other day, he didn't have the answer. So what happened was, soon after the mayor took over, remember, after the indictment of the 19 individuals, there was a heavy police presence that was assigned to the park, 60 people, 30 at night, 30 during the day. And that was in place with a specific goal, as you remember, we discussed this at the last meeting, Will discussed it, to stop somebody rushing into the vacuum of that was.
Open
created by-
markets.
Yeah, so that was a topic. And just after the new year, that contingent of police officers was stopped. Yeah. Will knew it had been stopped. He did not have the answer as to what might be assigned there in the future. I don't know, Mark, have you heard anything more from the precinct? No. And I think I told you, yeah, we're trying to find out. I think they're waiting for some sort of mayoral direction or police chief direction.
I can get an official answer for you and ask.
Yeah, Will didn't have it as of Monday, and he said he would tell me if he knew before this meeting.
It's quite early in the administration. There's a lot of transition going on at many levels in many of our agencies. So I'm not giving anybody an excuse, but maybe we need to give it a minute. It has been cold. It's kind of reduced a lot of the activities we don't like anyway. So hopefully that's a buffer for any of the stuff that we have fear of, you know.
Anybody?
Totally baffling, I think.
Has there been a new announced parks commissioner? Or if they're gonna retain?
Nothing's been announced.
She,
There is something I want to put on everyone's radar, and I was just looking on Deborah Glick's website and I couldn't find it, but maybe you all have read her latest mailer that came out. She was supporting a bill that would compensate victims of injuries and crime. I can't remember exactly what, it wasn't just Washington Square Park, but it was like traffic issue. Is anyone else remembering this?
no,
It's a particular bill that she's advancing. And the reason it caught my attention is because I think I told you all, or at least emailed you all, that my building manager was the gentleman who was hit by the drug trafficker that got in the car and went down the wrong way from Washington Square Park. So the police were in hot pursuit. He panicked, ran into his car, drove the wrong way down the street, and hit my building manager on a bike coming up Mercer. And he was hospitalized for many, many months. And he's now out of the hospital and thankfully, you know, he's recovered quite a bit, but this was really, so they're going to get involved with their office to advance this. But I mean, the idea that we're not going to have cops at Washington Square Park when that happened, even with the police presence, is really outrageous. So that's a particular, you know, we have a specific in our neighborhood example of how that really can't happen. So we'll wait to see what happens, but this is exactly, like, even with the police presence, that happened.
Teresa, I see a question.
I see.
Mercer. Yeah, but Mercer goes, but we can talk about it. Mercer runs north-south. I'm just curious, he was.
I don't remember exactly, he was going the right way and the car was going the wrong way. So I don't remember exactly which street crossing they were at. Maybe he was taking a left or right on Bleecker or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember you mentioning that, yeah.
It was, there was like a ton of articles on it. I can send it to you all again. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you all.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just drawing a blank.
It was, yeah, I mean, it was a well-known drug trafficker in that north corner. And he panicked and ran and got in a car and went the wrong way. He was arrested afterwards. But yeah.
Have to do with Deborah.
No, it's just, so
She's sponsoring a bill to support having those types of situations actually have repercussions with the victims' compensation from the city. Yeah.
Crash Victims Bill of Rights.
Okay. So yeah, so it's we'll find out. There have been a bunch of changes the mayor put in place, getting rid of executive orders, cutting some positions. Ralph mentioned another position that was eliminated. It wasn't in parks, I think it was. I can't remember the name, but it was somehow, I think they were somehow involved in the Churchill Downing Street work. So yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be, it's early days of the administration. They're doing things in some sort of order, but we don't have the answers to whether there'll be a new contingent of police officers sent there, and if so, what time. They may have said it's winter, so it's not as big a deal.
Well, we may not need 60.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
It'd be nice to have more than 0.
Agreed. Yeah, and it may change with crowd sizes. Yeah.
So where are those people going to now? I wonder.
Yeah.
60, that's a lot of people.
I mean, look, they move more. There were more than that there on Sunday. There was a protest scheduled. So there were a lot of police there, more than 60 on Sunday. So
I have a question.
yes,
That may be, Teresa, maybe you
that's
can.
Teresa. Yeah.
Is that this has to do with that funny overlapping area with DOT and the islands on the streets. And Eric Botcher just had a new bill passed to plant medians, but next to the bike paths. So would that have anything to do with parks at all? Is that a
So
separate?
some of these traffic islands are called green streets.
Green Street's right.
And there is
Oh,
an
that's a
MOU.
combination, right?
Yeah, some of them are under an MOU for us to maintain them on behalf of DOT. And so it's it's a memorandum of understanding that designates specific spaces that are for us to maintain as part of agreement. So I can get that list. If there's a site that you want us to look at and answer, whether we maintain it or not, I can let you know.
And if you do maintain it, do you subcontract it, so to speak, to a private individual who
Plants it.
plants it?
Does the work.
You know, we have a lot of volunteers. Sometimes they don't ask permission.
This was a tough-
Sometimes they plant beautiful things, so.
This came out this was at our last meeting, Shirley. I know, I mentioned to you at the board meeting, a gentleman came forth, said that he had met with you and he had been covering the space,
The south
Yeah.
part of, across.
of Jefferson Market, and he's like, I need help. It's really.
Right, and that's what, when I saw that it had this bill passed, it's law now. But this is just recent, I gather, like.
Well, and, you know, there are-
past months or so.
I don't know what
It's-
the funding is.
It's not that we don't help our neighbors. I think there's, you know, the bid, some of the friends groups, some of the, you know, even Jefferson Market, some of the members there, like, will branch out and help with the
Yeah.
places. So if you want me to connect, you know, Jefferson Market, if that's nearby, is that nearby?
It is,
No,
it's right,
yeah.
it's,
Well,
right,
it's
so
the
this is
bike
Jefferson
path
Market
that
Gardner
goes from
Mills,
Christopher
right there.
Street up to, well, it keeps going, but
Is that
in our
Christopher
district,
Street?
the 14th. And they, at one point, DOT came to me and they said, hey, if you can get some people to tend these little plots.
I can
and
ask,
put
I can ask.
soil
the
in,
bid, because
and they did.
That's where the West Village
Yeah,
bid is
it's not
right
a bad
there.
idea. He has wood, like a wood fence around it.
Oh,
that's
nice.
From driftwood from the river or something.
And these are just
Leave
these are
something to
people who came forth. We put an article in the Villager and they came forth and
The gardener at Jefferson Market helped.
their little plots.
Yeah, I figured as much. She does a lot of work.
Helps.
It's wonderful.
But I mean, oh, Susan Cypos.
Yeah,
Yes.
she
She does one of those gardens. She does the one right in front of the
She's the
library.
person who I would ask if you tell me where it is and who it is.
was a little further up was John.
I just wonder where that villa's going
I
and
know
that's not
where it
something
is, but I
for
don't
a
remember.
support or whatever. Well, maybe I should talk to Eric's office.
Yeah, actually, and Nicole was here.
Yeah, Nicole.
She was conscious of that discussion of the meeting, and she's conscious of, it, just as I was saying, further up on Sixth, there are some that aren't as well tended. And again, it comes down to.
Yeah, that's the
water.
same thing with us too.
Yeah, the
Couple
water-
of diehards that stuck with it.
Water's hard to come by, so
Two dropouts.
make or break a space.
Our building is right there. Everybody has to just walk in and ask for water. But getting back to Washington
Oh.
Square Park, I went through the northwest corner on my way tonight, and it was deserted. But my question is, what do we do when it starts to, looks like it's refilling? If we do nothing now, what do we do then?
I don't think there's nothing being done now. There's programming.
No,
Question for
no,
Will.
I mean, in terms of our being proactive about police monitoring at some level.
Well, if we're just talking about that, right? So I get a sense from Will about what he knows.
Right, but
about
my
the
concern
detail.
is that we have to stay ahead of it in order to avoid, having to do a lot of work to undo what is going to happen there.
We could support having the city allocate more funds for programming, so that it's not all the burden of the conservancy, because active programming does help. I mean, it's just having those spaces not be regularly utilized that becomes sort of like, it's gonna be a problem at night. I don't know what they're gonna do, but.
I know there is some programming that they're trying to do there, but I want Will to be able.
They've done some beautiful programming.
Yeah.
I think
I
we're,
believe a concession too. I have to
Yeah, I
get
think
the
They
particulars
had
on that.
concessions
I
there.
think there's a consent.
so let's.
Happened to be drug concessions.
I think this is a perfect segue to what, there are a lot of different, there are a great many initiatives. Sometimes they're done proactively, sometimes they're done reactively, sometimes they're being done and we're unaware of them. By, special volunteers that don't get a lot of support or a lot of publicity, like the woman at Bleecker Playground. And so this year, remember when we started this process with the commissioner, she said, it would be great if you guys could help us identify, parks that you think need to be renovated, but also help us identify if there are volunteers or groups that could be supported in a more structured fashion. And I talked about it at the time, but we didn't really do anything about it. What I What I've tried to do is list out all the spaces, and there are quite a few. There are 32, and I know I've forgotten a few, and so I've left some blank lines here for us to add some in. There are 32, and there are about 10 of us. I think what I'd like to do is have each of us adopt 3 or 4 parks. And by that, I mean, visit them now when there's less people in them, visit them periodically. So pick ones that may be closer to you. Be the go-to person when there are projects being done there, but also be a person that can talk about them and highlight questions to Therese or to Ralph, or help us prep a little more proactively for our needs assessment next year. Help us push forward when the city writes back to our needs assessment requests and say no to all of them. So what I've given you here is I'm sorry for the people who aren't here. It's a list of 32 parks, plus as a reminder underneath that, I present the September, our Parks Committee meeting from the end of September, where we identified projects that we thought were high priority. I don't want to just leave it to the high priority projects. I want to also think about just kind of getting aware of all these things. So if we talk about something like rat mitigation kind of cuts across all of these, and outside Susanna's house too.
Very funny.
That's funny.
Funny.
So this was the list, and what I thought was some of you had come up, like as an example, Shirley came and said, I think you came and said that you'd like to.
We got first dibs.
Oh,
Did it by heart.
America's little, the Americas, it seems so neglected.
You said you wanted canal. I think you
That would
expressed
be
interest in canal.
I gave you a couple.
Yeah.
Tell me, sorry to be slow, what's the responsibility?
Just to be the person who's knowledgeable, just to adopt a park. I'm not saying you have to.
It's like haunted and.
Just like camp there for 2 nights.
No, I'm not saying you have to camp there. No, none of that. I'm just saying that
Just
you
find your own
periodically.
Find out who the friends person is, find out if someone's taking care of it. If there's not someone, try to get people to take care of it. I mean, this is, kind of like what we should be doing as a Parks Committee. So find out who is involved with that space, what its needs are, what it looks like.
Be the
who's
point
using
person,
it.
right?
So
Yeah.
Fight Club.
Be an advocate for it too. If if you see that there's issues, if there's graffiti there, like in or there's trash issues or something's broken. I thought instead of it all coming, in one meeting a month, for.
Rich, can you put me down for Sarah Valley and Abingdon?
Yes, see that?
Okay, I was gonna
Yes.
say.
I've forgotten already what I told you, but whatever it is.
Hey, hold on.
I was gonna say, Sarah.
I think
But the closest
playground
one
will
to
be
me is
America's
Jefferson.
was one.
Yes.
of them.
Can I have that one?
Yeah, read to,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you.
Read to as Sarah Valley and Abingdon. Great.
I can be.
Yeah, and look, I'm not gonna call on you in the meeting and go, hey, give me the update on Abingdon. Obviously, we'll talk about it and say, hey, is there anything? Maybe we can just do a quick update on 4 or 5 each meeting and just say, hey, guys, the next meeting, can we get an update on what's going on at these places?
Which one's
I
it?
mean,
Did you
I'm
take?
close to Bleecker Playground.
Jackson.
Abingdon and Sarah
So
Valley.
how many?
Can I add my name to
You want
Bleecker
us to take?
Playground?
Yes.
How many?
I mean,
3.
Rich, do you want to maybe go down the list?
Yeah, so let's do it. So JJ Walker Park, anybody have
I'll
a,
do that.
all right, cool. I like that, Coral. Thank you. That's good. And remember, that's part of a broader corridor discussion.
Yeah, but
And-
there's a new group. There's like a new group of moms that are like actually activating that. So it's great.
Yeah.
Remember, it's got the playground, it's got the seating area and all, it's got the pickleball, right? There's the Hudson Houston Plaza. That's obviously doesn't exist yet, but that one's being done. And there was a question that came up a couple months ago. Somebody said, well, they asked Valerie, I forget who did it, what's going on there? And something was announced and we didn't really have, it was unclear who the rep was. It had been Valerie, but now as chair, we should have somebody from the committee that's more aware and more of what the bids works is there.
Is there not a CB2 bid person now?
Where?
Isn't someone from the CB2 board appointed to the bid board?
It's Valerie.
Okay.
Which bid is
That's
this?
Hudson.
For a bid. But I live right there. I thought I could help Valerie with that,
I'll take Jane Street too.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Oh,
Street is,
Do you want that?
no, that's okay. I like that Kate.
you like the
Shepherd.
woman? Yeah, she's cool. Yeah. Federica.
But I put my name to Bleecker Playground.
Okay, yeah, well, let's just,
On the list, okay.
Washington Square Park, why don't we come back to that one? Father Fagan and Charlton Plaza, anyone? Again, that's, you can do it by proxy, if it's proximity, I'm close to that. I saw him recently.
I mean, I don't mind doing that. I'm there. I can do Father Fagan and Charlton.
Yeah, he's a great volunteer and, what's
Yeah,
the-
I mean, it's the same people that have been doing it forever.
Yeah, yeah, but he's got some younger people that are helping him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's almost the best practice on how to get stuff.
He also is a horticulturalist, so.
Yeah. I spoke to him before, needs assessment, needs requests and.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the next one, it was Minetta Triangle, but let me make a change here. I have Minetta Triangle and then further down I have all the pocket parks. And it was pointed out to me, the West Fourth basketball is not there. So, maybe it's pocket parks overall and that Elizabeth has been very active.
Has been very
Yeah, she
aware of it,
has.
so I don't know if she's.
So let me, she's not here, so let me sign her up for that.
Exactly.
But West Fourth basketball courts I'm not sure if we should separate that out as a separate thing or if we should include it with Golden Swan, Minetta Triangle, Minetta. So I'm gonna change Minetta Triangle to the basketball court. But remember, that was an example of something that was recently, a couple years ago, got renovated by the Knicks and nobody really talked to us.
I know nothing about it.
Somebody got a donation from the Knicks. They went in and one day it was all blue and
We've never had a meeting about that.
never had a meeting about it. Yeah.
I'm aware of it.
Is that something you knew about, Trees?
No,
The paint job, yes.
Yeah.
Good. It's nice.
it's very Nick. Yeah, all right. The next one is, I put it as Soho Square. It's kind of a running joke. It's obviously spring.
It's Spring Street's Park, right?
Park, yes, but it was.
That was like the old
I
name.
know, because it was such a,
Our plumbers still call it so.
I mean, I walk by that all the time too, but this is gonna be like I feel like if there's anybody else, they should too. And also we had the bid, but
Isn't that one
Yeah.
of us seen by the bid?
it is, but the reason I want to put out, no, what's his name? Gets so upset that we changed the name from Soho Park.
Is it Jeffrey?
No, not Jerome. He's just back on the board now.
Sean?
Sean, yeah. Remember how upset Sean got? I always tease him.
Sean's always
Yeah, I
he's
know.
over it. He's over it.
It's over. Anyway, the reason I highlight Spring Street Park, Soho Square, is remember there was an effort to turn the street to the west of it,
To demap it.
Oh,
to
to
demap it,
pedestrianize.
yeah, make it a pedestrian thing. So that's
I'm fine with.
that's a project underway if you want to do that.
Yeah,
Coral.
I mean, I'm by there every day, so.
But Coral, I also want to.
I know, I'm gonna end up doing Vesuvio and then also,
I know.
I mean, I'm happy if Shirley will also do Canal Street because we have Canal, Duarte, and then
Yeah.
the space of land south of Canal.
Right. So I wanted to put you on Vesuvio. Yeah, obviously you're most out of, let's put Little Red Square with the pocket parks.
Somebody want to say something?
Chris, I feel like we're jumping on top of you when you're just about to volunteer for everything.
Yeah, I mean, I see Coral here 7 times.
I know, I mean, I already talked to a whole ton of people, so it'd be great to have more people because
Yeah.
Therese here is way too much for me.
All right, yeah, all right.
Vesuvio.
Does somebody have their hand up?
Yeah,
Do you-
I'd be happy to do Petrosino.
I'll take it. Oh, do you live close to it?
What?
You live next to it?
No, I don't. It's because it's a transportation project too.
There
Yeah,
you go. That's great.
Yeah.
Take it.
So, I mean, I can do it with you.
Duke it
Yeah,
out.
let's do it together.
All right, let's do it.
I walked by that tonight and actually the art installation is still going strong. It's still not graffitied. It's amazing.
Neat.
No, that's good news. That's
And
good
I-
news. Hear that? Everyone, Petrosino is not, been
So
graffiti. That was
Petrosino
something.
with
we-
Fred.
That's it. We already did our work. We already got the
So
update.
have you got that Shirley and Fred for
Yeah.
Petrosino?
Ed.
That's surely not, yes. Okay, Vesuvio we talked about. Father Demo, what, anybody have a,
Gruber.
yeah, I know it's David's, but I would like to have somebody
Sign him
other
up.
than David.
No, we'll sign him up.
Oh, yeah, no, it's David. does these little side deals. I know, and he pisses me off because he does these little side deals, which is undermines a
That's
process.
the only way to get this stuff done now.
I know.
Water. I mean, I'm glad that we're doing this now, but like we're in 2025 and it's the first time we're assigning parks. So the people had to do it.
I think the bid is also there.
Oh, the West Village bid.
Yeah. All right, Susanna has that. Anybody else have
Do I have?
you had a Bleecker Playground.
I have Bleecker Playground, yes.
So anybody else have an association with Father Demo or want to help David with Father Demo? Chris, you look like Father Demo. I don't.
The things that are closest to me are way down on this list. We just
Right.
top down. Like
That's what
I'm way down at the end here. Like Jefferson Market is not close to the top.
She's, we're giving that to.
I already took-
But that's what I'm saying is like all of these ones that are close to me are not at the top of the
All right,
list.
pick-
Like, I'm
no.
way down here.
What about Golden Swan? Somebody needs Golden Swan.
We put that in the pocket.
My initials on that one, but-
Golden Swan's like,
Do whatever. I can't, like Washington Square Park, we skipped over. That's
No, I'm
lots
going back to you. I'm going
We
back.
skipped over my park.
All right, we'll give that. We can give that. What else? You get the choice. What else do you want?
We're doing shots.
What do you
Everybody's
want?
calling me out. And I'm like, I can do AIDS Memorial Park.
All right.
Oh, I would
Whatever
love
he
to
wants, and then we'll.
Oh, I would have liked to do that part.
See, and she wants to do AIDS Memorial Park anyway. I'm doing no parks.
All right, no. All right, what do you want? What else?
All right, he can have Washington.
Happy.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm happy to work within the realm of finding a compromise for everyone. So I'm trying to figure out what else I've been to recently and
Tell me what I have to
We
do.
can do it.
what about Astor Place? Who's over there?
That is not I think that's,
We had the art presented to us, so I think it's technically ours.
think
Why did we have the cube presented to us if it isn't ours? We voted on the cube, the moving cube. The art installation?
It's on the edge, but it's on the other
oh,
side.
no, that's not
Side
ours.
of ours.
I don't know. Why am I forgetting everything Coral's saying? I don't remember having the,
So remember the installation of the cube that you had to move around and then it
That's
didn't move
already
for a while, the art? We definitely approved that. So it's
Yeah,
in
right.
our district.
all right.
That's
put it
Eastern
down.
University.
But can I ask, who manages, who programs the Astor Place?
Community board too.
By the,
What's the Village Alliance, right?
yeah, Village Alliance, yeah.
And they should be looking at Astor Place in general.
Yeah. Who wants, I work in that office right there, but I keep threatening to quit every day, so I shouldn't take that one.
But no, you're never gonna, yeah, exactly.
I've got it.
Anyway, so we're kidding.
Gotta work.
All right, who wants Astor Plaza?
I'll take Astor Plaza.
All right, good man. All right.
Retire.
That's a good connection to the Village Alliance. They do. How about?
Who is our NYU representative now? Because there's an NYU park now that's quite nice, just north of the dog park.
You're talking about how Valerie works at NYU or you?
No, there's usually somebody, an NYU person.
Go anywhere.
Yeah, it was.
Valerie does work for NYU.
Valentine is
I'm
from NYU. Valentine.
My mom.
You,
What's her last name? Ghost or something?
if you're.
I can't be
Yeah.
your mom.
Come on, I don't know. Mark, do you know-
I'll do it. I live in the NYU area.
We have a representative.
Valerie works for NYU.
Let me find out. NYU housing.
Yeah, apparently have a.
No, stop, one conversation. Wasn't Patricia working with them on?
Valentine.
All right, let's keep going. Did we decide, AIDS Memorial, did you guys battle it out? Susanna wanted that.
Susanna called me.
What did you say?
So before we leave NYU though, because it's NYU that the children's park that's above where the Key Park is and the Suzaki Gardens and
Let me
all
know
the
after.
development.
We
It's
have
like
Mercer.
we basically like did all that work when they were gonna do it, and now it's kind of like we get no updates. We have no idea what's going on, or if anything. I mean, I'm fine if it stays the way it is, but that's totally not what they originally were threatening to do.
Well, that's private though, Carl.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Mercer Playground isn't, but Mercer Playground.
Yeah, the Mercer Playground is ours, and so that could be one, and then also Salvio.
Yep, DeSalvio's on the list. Yep, all right, let's keep going. Just, how about, Passanante? That's a good one.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's.
What?
I'm gonna take the Salvio.
Oh, you want DeSalvio? All right, good. What about Passanante? That's a good one. And there's something, that one recently got new, cover on it or sealant or whatever we call it. The Passanante ball field at Sixth and House, an active space.
Surface.
Surface, new surface, yeah. Anybody want?
AstroTurf.
Did you put my name onto St. Vincent's Triangle or
Yeah,
no?
I gave you. that.
I thought that was me.
That's
already done.
by the,
We're jumping around there, right?
I would do that.
All right, how about, who wants to pass it on?
you have Jefferson Park?
yeah, sure.
Okay, if I only have to have two, then I'll.
Pasanate, great.
All right,
That's a challenge, isn't it?
yep.
Jeffrey's asking about the garden.
Oh, yeah, Manuel Bluff.
See, that's good one, Marty. No, time, right?
And maybe that person can do Playground of the Americas because it's across the street.
Yeah,
Great, I'm in.
So who's doing?
but I think I wanted to tie Playground of the Americas to Churchill Downing.
Churchill Downing.
You are the
Okay,
one.
and then there's also that little triangle, and it's actually nicely, and they're locking it now. It's nice on Bedford and Houston. Somebody's locking the little park there, and it's all clean and
Someone
nice
needs
at
to
night.
run that.
One named after the fire chief.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, it's
Little one.
You guys already didn't give me JJ Walker.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me some fire
No,
stuff.
no, what do you want?
Take it.
Yeah.
What a great solution.
I mean, this is, Fagan,
I know who Father Fagan is.
he died in a fire, right?
He did.
There you go. That's sort of.
Good. Jeffrey Rowland is asking too, who's going to take LaGuardia Corner Gardens
Into that,
and the
we-
time landscape?
LaGuardia and Time, we've combined into one.
Oh, I can take time. I live right there.
All right, good man.
And
That's Time Landscape with LaGuardia Garden.
Oh, yeah,
Just the
that's right.
extension. Yeah. That's Ben. All right. What are we missing here?
Most things.
There's the Friends of LaGuardia.
Yeah.
There's an Instagram. There's a whole.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, and I already
Now take
also
this.
committed to Canal Park. You said that there was a Friends of Canal Park or something like that?
No, I don't remember that.
No, I don't think so. There's
It
no.
was kind of group.
Oh, I would like that.
We discovered when we were talking about it, whatever.
Yeah,
There were people with that statue,
Okay, good.
obsessed with that statue on the opposite side of the street. Cindy's supposed to build, but
yeah. Let's keep.
You're doing a really interesting history.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's me.
Yeah, we're
Um,
very good at mining for these things.
You guys.
I let people.
Oh, 1 second.
Do as much as they can.
Huh?
Name of that, Shirley, what was the name of that?
Being overused.
It's called,
Forte.
well, it's Bedford Triangle Park.
Yeah. But you Bedford Triangle, it is being nicely taken care of. I don't know who's doing it, but somebody's.
Somebody just said it was close to Playground of America.
Bedford
Yeah,
Triangle.
it is. It is. It's across the street.
We'll give
So
that,
Bedford, Triangle, Pasanante, and Playground of the Americas are all like a triangle.
but I'd like
Is that
to,
across the street?
Yes, they are.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'd like to throw in
We should sort by shape.
stop, please, for
What?
conversation. You were the one who said,
Yeah, but
you think a playground tied to
And where are
Playground
we?
America's used in lieu of Churchill.
unhoused.
So yeah, those, it's another place for, the kids to go that doesn't have as high a play equipment. And so that there's a nursery school there.
Yeah.
That goes there. And so, you do have,
Doesn't
all those pocket parks.
really
like
nice and
have some
attentive.
Little red,
Remember
little red schools.
Yeah.
Activities, so. And other like, PS3 and others come along, the Minettas and.
All right.
So you have, and there's so many nurseries and, small groups that use all of those playgrounds, so, yeah, it's good to have an advocate.
Yeah, did you want to give, is there any update on Churchill and Downing Street? I know you cleared out to give more view, so that there were some issues with the people moving out of Washington Square Park, moving there.
I think the neighborhood in general has a lot of activity that the 6th precinct is constantly trying to get ahead of. And it's something that on occasion has caused us to close the park just so that we can clean up and allow for that not to be used.
But that one's near to you, so.
Space to,
But is there no projects, or you gotta close it or not?
not yet.
But I have noticed it's locked. Like when I've walked by the playground area, it seems like it's locked.
Call me if you do, because I can open it.
Okay, I
sometimes-
have noticed that. I thought that maybe something was going on. For
Yeah,
that.
sometimes it's just we forget and it
Can anyone
stays locked.
say
Or somebody doesn't show up. You have to run over and open it.
Okay, how about, Susanna, can you do, your BR rep to Hudson?
Yes, and so there's three names I've attached myself, three parks I've attached myself to, which I don't care, I would just not do them. Jane Street Garden.
Yes,
And Bleecker Playground and Hudson River Park. What?
I thought Federico wanted Jane.
Well,
I don't
I
care.
play nice with her, so.
Okay, good, all right.
And I just have Jefferson and St. Vincent.
Yeah, what was your third one?
Bleecker Playground, Jane Street Garden, and Hudson River Park.
Yes, okay, good. That's quite a big time lineup. That's
Big
high.
stretch, big stretch.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because Hudson River Park, every time they move a garbage can, they come and tell us, so. But.
So we'll get an update.
I mean,
Barely have to work. They'll tell us.
All
Exactly.
right, who wants to sort of, there's gonna be a lot of activity at Duarte Square and obviously with Grand Canal Court. This is exciting.
And they're near each other.
Yeah, and they're right
Yeah,
across.
they're right next door to each other.
Yeah. Now, Shirley, did you want to do that because there's a transportation?
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, Shirley.
So that, in neither case is that really the Parks Department as much
I know,
as it's environment,
except it comes back to us.
Therese? Yeah. And,
He's talking about Grant,
and Grand Canal is, MTA.
until,
So, okay, that's transportation, so I can certainly.
It's right up your alley.
how about, Jackson Square? Anybody,
That would be a good one to get.
good people, good spot?
Yeah, that.
and it's right across from Jane. It would be very nearby if you had
Yeah.
to take that
Jackson
on.
Park, because I'd be interested in getting to know those people.
Yeah. Is everyone okay with Susanna? She's in a lot of the high.
You know,
No, you should do it.
I'm happy to get up.
Probably the
Great,
farthest park.
I forgot about the place. Oh, my God.
So who's, I don't want to do that.
Well, we
Which ones are you
haven't
doing,
seen
Rich?
your name attached.
Whatever anybody else doesn't want. So we have,
You're gonna have all.
how about, I don't want to argue with David, so I don't want to do, I don't want to argue with David.
Nobody does. That club.
Father Fagan. Father Fagan, David's so
I thought
attached to
Carol
Father
said she was
Fagan.
taking.
Sean
Okay,
Sweeney,
if you take one of mine away, I'll take Father Fagan.
no,
I don't want anyone to have to argue with David.
I'm okay with David. I like arguing with David.
All right,
I'm
that's,
okay with that, but somebody needs to take one of my other ones because I have 7 already.
all right, yeah.
Somebody needs to take one of mine.
was involved with Father Fagan.
I can't imagine that he and David would get along.
Oh,
Who took Elizabeth Street Garden?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Would be not the best one.
What is happening with Elizabeth Street Garden?
Not sure yet.
We're not sure yet, where it's a big, there's.
I can help you find out. I'll do it.
That's it.
Dinah's.
I can help you find out. I'll do it.
So Edward, what do you got? What do you got, Edward? I've got Edward has,
My Christian name.
Full government name.
I
I
like,
found you.
I like the full Edward,
Take a minute to talk to
but I'm trying to get his attention. Yeah,
I got 4 things.
all right, good.
Dang.
You've got Rapkin.
I have 4 things too.
So Ed, I'm gonna send you information on Petrosino.
It feels raucous to me.
What are we missing? Are we okay? Is this close enough? All right.
Jeffrey wants to know what's being assigned.
Well, because we
I'll
had.
publish it. No, we had,
Ben has
we have-
time
yeah,
landscape
Ben has.
/ LaGuardia.
all right, why don't we go, do you know what you have, Ben? What do you got? You've got- You got Time Landscape in LaGuardia.
And Manuel.
You got Manuel, that's good. And, all right, we'll give you one more. What else?
What's left?
Is it Mercer?
There's the rest of LaGuardia's, are you doing those as well?
Yeah, he's doing the rest of that.
And what if, who's doing, Mercer?
Freeman Plaza.
Oh, yeah, what about Mercer?
Which one is that?
Mercer, that's a,
Playground? Yeah, sure, also, right.
So like, there's also like this whole ring. There's a small park, which nobody knows is parkland, across the street from this, which is like whole row.
yeah,
That's parkland.
next to the new
Next to
building.
the street, just that, like, little row. of
Oh,
gardens.
it's just that
Yeah,
on this,
yeah, and so NYU
That's-
helps us with that, and LaGuardia, and sometimes Mercer.
Is it on Bleecker or is it on,
It's on
It's where the cherry trees used to be. Now they're.
Travelers.
Yeah,
what, just like
going from the grocery store, going that way toward
like
the
the
building.
trees on
Williams
this
down
side of the lawn,
to-
like, on just the south side of this building?
Yes.
That's park, and on that side?
Yeah, on the other side of the street of
The
Bleecker,
south side.
other side of 3, Bleecker, it starts there and then goes toward the Mercer. So it's like a strip.
So a question, with Duarte, does that depend on the development there too? Was
Yeah.
Trinity doing the
Yeah.
development
And
there?
it's being interrupted by that number 2.
So we could, if we're
Tied
gonna
together.
bug somebody, we should probably bug Trinity?
Well, no, we're still maintaining it. Parks Department is still
Oh,
maintaining it.
okay.
It's still open.
I know my.
So it just can't be renovated until all that.
Right.
Who's the developer though?
I think I may have finished that project.
Who's the developer?
I lost track.
Taconic,
Yes. Couldn't think of it. Yeah, Taconic Partners or something, yeah.
Taconic Park.
They're doing it with
I like
Trinity.
this.
They're doing it with Trinity. Together. They're doing it.
Is that park that's on Canal that is in, like, basically almost to the highway,
Yeah.
in
Canal
the
Park.
middle of the street?
Yeah.
Is that CB2 or CB1?
It's
I
CB2
think that's CB2.
and maybe the southern part is CB1.
Now Park.
It's a nice park, but
Trying
it's
to figure
like an
out
island.
where it belonged exactly,
Yeah.
remember?
So
I consider it CB2.
But it was, yeah, and
Yeah.
It came to us.
it was it was behind it getting renovated.
Yeah.
It was CB2
19
action.
years, yeah. There's a good history. If you go on Vital Parks, there's a history of each park, when it was a park, who was mayor, who it's named after.
Yeah, it really has a wonderful history.
Yeah, not on Vital
It's
Parks.
nice that it was revived.
Yeah, just on the parks website, it'll connect you to Vital Parks and all the history of each park. So Canal Park is what it's called.
Yeah,
And,
they just had it as a storage area.
Yeah, there's a,
And then there was a group, I forget what they were called, the Canal.
This list is great, Rich, but you know that we have a list that.
oh, it says in our website, it says Community Board 1.
oh, it does? All right.
Yeah.
Rich, we have,
Hey, Rich, do you have
Hold on,
contact names
hold
for
on.
each of the parks?
Ritu, hold on. Frederica's got
no,
to.
I just wanted to point out that we have a similar list to this with the acreage of each park.
Yes. I'm sorry, Ritu, go ahead.
Do you have a contact name for Sarah Valley, for example? Is there any information about how we get information?
No, there's no, I mean, I'd just go through, Teresa and Ralph.
Yeah.
There's really not a friends group there.
We have a
The school,
volunteer.
the PTAs that kind of deal with it. So I would talk to the school about which parents are most involved with programming there, because that's kind of what's happening right now there.
Which school?
S40.
The Catholic school?
All of the schools, like,
Notre Dame.
yeah.
Notre Dame's there, yeah. It's not the pickleball people, because
They were booted out.
that was a joke.
Trying to forget that.
Yeah, all right. We got both you got both plazas, right, Manuel and Rapkin Gale, right? Rapkin Gale is a good one, because, I mean, we raised that as something that could be, perhaps tweaked a bit.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah,
suggestion.
it was yours, yeah. That was good. All right, anything we missed? I think I got them all. All right, I'll send this around, and if I do have a contact, I'll put a new column, if we know of a contact,
That
for
would
that,
be good.
or somebody who we associate with it, right?
Should we
would
do
be
like a
great.
Google sheet so we can all add
Yeah.
in information if we have, because I probably have a few to help people on this.
Yeah, it is in a Google, it's already in a Google sheet. I'll share it around. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's try to, I don't want to be too definitive about what the role is of being the point person. I'll let, you guys sort of define how you want to do it. I just, at this point in the year,
Nice.
just take a visit of it and be a more eyes and ears for Therese and Ralph, et cetera. But also try to go this month when it's quiet, because it's very different, these spaces, when the crowds start coming.
Weather's gonna be good enough next week.
Yeah,
And maybe in March, take some pictures, because then we can help parks update their website of the parks when they're pretty and all in bloom.
Yeah, if you have any doubts, go to the Parks website. There are some pictures, we could use some more, and then there are links on each one. If you go to, it's parks. What is it? Parks.gov and NYC Gov Parks, NYC GOV Parks is the website, and then you'll see, you can search for it or you can look on the map, and then each one of those has a link to Vital Parks.
So people from the public are asking if they can be assigned to the park. I think that would be fantastic. That would be fabulous if people want to, provide input and.
Yeah, just put it, if you're in the chat, I'll get the chat transcript and I'll,
Jeffrey piped up and then Donna is.
okay. Yeah, I'll put your names in the, I get the chat transcript and I'll put the, if you're interested in one, we'll connect you in. All right.
Name your park. Go ahead.
Or green space. Doesn't even have to be a park.
They're open spaces, parks, what's the other term? Yeah, so.
Well, that would be great. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. And Lynn, I know did Lynn weigh in on the chat?
It was here.
All right, yeah, I see it in the chat there. Donna. Yeah.
Can you subcontract one of your parks to?
No, you can't. You get a partner, but you can't subcontract. No, and look, this is a living document. If somebody goes there and they say, oh, I went there at night and the poltergeist came out of the ground. I never want to go there again. We'll switch. Thanks. Yeah. So Pete's there. Is there any chance of the rock climbing? Yeah. What's going? Anybody got an update on the Salvio?
There's no plan to bring it back, especially in that location. And if we put it in another location, it would need safety surface, which is a little costly. But I can look into it and bring it back because it doesn't mean it,
Who did we assign?
Impossible. We can just look into it.
Salvio went to Eddie. So did you get that back? Do you know the history of that?
No.
All right, I'll.
Maybe we can talk. This is Coral. I can help you. We have money for that too. So not that I'm going to divulge how much, but there is money for that.
That was a long process, and if we start, I can give you the rundown across. It probably discussed it 7 or so meetings in the notes. So
great.
I will make an asterisk to share that. All right.
And there's a mom across the street that does a lot there that I can introduce you to.
Lenny Kravitz is involved in it too.
Ha ha.
Not nicely. It was not a good relationship. All right. All right. Well, thanks. So that was all I wanted to do. Any other open points for Therese or anybody else? Any other new business? If not, next month or February, we'll start. If you want to, maybe we'll, just talk about 3 or 4 of them. Even if, just if you visit and you see something, tell me and we'll put it on the agenda for the next one. We can start the process of just becoming the point person for it. Right? If there's any that you want to highlight, we'll please tell me.
It's great to have.
Is anybody you want to switch out? Like if Shirley just drops the ball or.
Yeah.
Typical.
If you want to come to me and say, how could you have possibly put Susanna on, that.
You want to connect volunteers to us? Anthony's a perfect person.
Yes, and that was the other thing was now that we have Anthony in there too, we can connect it, and so you have another resource.
So Fred, there's a lot of people that are concerned about Petrosino Park, almost too many. But I suppose we should have a meeting.
I'm just an isolated corner of our fair district.
Yeah.
And so I wanted the ones that are.
Oh, that's a good one.
Near all the liquor licenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing's better than a park and a non-alcoholic beer.
Petrosino is that's a good one. I'm glad that there's been no vandalism. All right, well, thanks, everyone. If there's, yes.
Is it okay if I bring up an issue? I just wanted to bring it to your attention, which is I've been to this meeting a couple times in the past, and my issue is always the same issue, which is space for dogs, and particularly possibly having off-leash hours in our parks, particularly in Washington Square Park. We have a group of people who are often there in the morning. And as you know, since the pandemic, there have been an exponential growth of dog ownership in our area and really the whole city. And there isn't really enough space, particularly in the morning when everyone's trying to get their dogs walked before work. The dog runs that exist in Washington Square Park are quite crowded at that particular time of day. And so we didn't find it to be unreasonable to possibly have off-leash hours early in the morning. akin to Central Park and many, many other parks in the boroughs. I think there are 24 parks in Brooklyn alone that have off-leash hours. I might be off by a few on that.
Or if I could add to that, even other parks like a Sarah Valley, for example, just a couple of hours where the dogs can be off leash in the morning when it's absolutely empty and no children would be there.
Yes,
Yeah, so we've raised this with parks.
yes, I have raised this issue.
Yeah.
I'm here tonight particularly because there's been sort of aggressive enforcement by some of the rangers. Not the ones in the park itself, but I guess there are roaming rangers who drive up in their cars and are somewhat more aggressive in their enforcement. There's a sort of, we've come to an understanding with the existing Washington Square Park rangers, and they're very tolerant of us, and we're try very hard to make sure that the dogs don't bother anyone. And that they're cleaned up after, and there are no incidents. And we can't say the same for the dog run. Actually, there have been incidents in the dog run when it gets crowded. And so having a little bit more space is actually, for safety reasons, much better to have the owners spread out. But I think in the last month or so, the roaming rangers have come at around between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning and have aggressively ticketed. And when I say aggressively, I mean chasing people down and putting hands on them. So
Putting what on them?
it's been upsetting some of the people, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and I don't know if there's anything can be done about it, or I've spoken with Will Morrison, and he says he has no authority over the rangers and how they ticket, and so he's recommended that we come here. I know a few of the other members are on Zoom tonight, so we just wanted to make that more attention.
Could I ask what part of Washington Square Park you like to be in the morning?
So there's a big field on the northwest side, and the dog, most of the owners are there. I can't really speak, there might be one or two in some of the other fields, but that's the main field. We haven't had any incidents there, other than, I'll just say there have been no dog bites or anything like that, no incidents involving the dogs themselves. Other incidents with some of the unhoused people who might be but those have been minimal. Actually, having the dog people there has been a really nice buffer, because at that time in the morning there really aren't any other visitors other than the dog people.
Because I mean, I think any activity in the northwest part of the park is good. It may be that people don't want unleashed dogs anywhere in the park, but if you had to choose one place, personally, I would choose that corner.
It's the field.
I know, but I'm talking about moving it, anything that you do up in that corner is vulnerable.
Surprise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, put programming in there, and dogs is programming.
Therese, how are off-leash hours established for?
I've been in parks for 20 years now.
Yeah.
And that definition I haven't had to look at for 10 years. And I would be quoting what I remember 10 years ago. So off-leash hours in Central Park, because it's such a huge park, right? And it's not next to residential. It's not somewhere where, it's got quite a bit of space so that people can get away from an on-leash dog, or you'd have a lot of ability to stop a dog before it got into traffic and all these things that you think about when you have on off-leash. So I have to go and revisit it and get back to you on what we do now to establish off-leash hours.
Well, I think we'd have to have a hearing where people who don't want it we would notify people and we publicize it and say, if you're afraid of dogs or you think there's an issue here, that they begin an opportunity to come in to express their opinion.
So our understanding is that any park that has a dog run will not have off-leash hours. That said, officially.
Yeah.
That said, we know a number of parks that do have sort of a détente, an unspoken allowance.
A lot of those are Washington Square Park.
Well, I think,
Of various kinds.
I think
Yes.
sometimes due to a lack of
We've kind
enforcement
gotten there.
and lack of ability.
Yeah, I think it's tough to ask Will to try to drive a change here. I think what Will's really saying is, if we want to discuss it again, because we've discussed it several times and the answer has been no, that we should have a hearing where people on both sides get a chance to come and express it. There's some people say, I'm really afraid of dogs, or I'm afraid they're going to run into traffic, or
Dog runs already exists.
yeah, or whatever. And we'll have I think we should have a community hearing on it, as opposed to trying to pressure Will to.
But Will has been the decider previously.
I think Will's just been the communicator of the existing law.
It would be
Yeah,
parks
okay.
policy.
Now, as far as going and ticketing, what is can you tell me more about the ticket itself? What is?
Well, it's been anywhere from $150 to $400
Wow.
per person. And it
Repeat
really
offenses.
depends on
Is that when it goes
the
up?
ranger who.
Well, and whatever they're claiming as the statute that's been. Whatever they're claiming is is the law that's being broken.
So,
Has anybody, do you know of anybody that's challenged it or has gone to court or?
Oh, okay.
less about that and more about the way the owners are kind of hunted down in the morning. It's quite confrontational, and it shouldn't be. It really doesn't have to be. I mean, we're quite friendly with the rangers who are based in the park. They understand, they'll come by and say, hey, we leash the dogs.
Yeah.
The owners are pretty responsible about leashing the dogs once 9 o'clock comes around. They're between usually 7 in the morning to 9 a.m. Past 9, it's everybody knows to leash up and leave. We haven't had any dog-on-dog incidents. We haven't had any dogs run away, really.
How was 9 a.m. chosen?
Well, 9 a.m. is the rule in the parks that have off-leash hours. So we try to respect that.
That's what Central Park has.
Yeah, so you're applying the Central Park law. Okay.
So, yeah, in Manhattan, there are only 2 parks that have off-leash hours, Central Park officially.
Yeah.
And inward, somewhere.
Yeah, way up there, yeah. Big parks.
And no other parks in Manhattan allow it, although again, there's a park in Battery Park area where they come to an understanding, again, not officially, the rules still exist, but there's an understanding. So in this one area, take care of your dogs, clean up.
Yeah.
Don't have incidents, and
It's a very large area.
Yeah, those are giant, I mean, you're picking 9 a.m., I see you're doing, 9 a.m. is what works at Central Park and in Inwood, but it's a relatively random choice. And,
It's hard to be random because
But it's also a time when kids are in school.
by 9 o'clock,
but that means that means they're commuting to school beforehand, right? They're walking by it, if they're walking through the park to get to PS 41 or Little Red or
Kids are in
Well,
school.
most classes start at 9.
yeah,
or
which means
before 9.
they walked past it while
Right, I mean, you can make it later, but that's one of the,
Make it not real.
I would think if you're, never mind, it's a self determined cutoff. I think we should have a hearing where,
I think that'd be very welcome.
yeah, I don't know what insurance things are. I don't know if you'd be responsible if your dog bit somebody. I don't know. I don't know if you ran into traffic, there should be, we should have a real hearing.
Yeah.
That's
People could
wonderful, and also just in the general idea of more space for the dogs. There's someone mentioned Mercer Street. I walked by it many times and noticed it's empty. It would make a great dog run.
Yeah, we should have that, we should, always skateboarders want it too. So again, we should probably,
I've never
Olympic
seen one
sport.
skateboarder.
it's because they're not allowed there.
They are banned,
Yeah,
despite it being an
so-
Olympic sport. Sure.
Yeah.
What about unleashed dogs and skateboarders?
No, they're not.
How about unleashed dogs riding
Sounds
skateboard?
All right, I'll ask, we should have.
I would show up for that.
You can have a skateboard run and a dog run. You can have all kinds of runs.
No, that's, Mercer is one where skateboarders think it should be there.
Kickflip.
All right, I'll ask Will, we'll schedule it but I want to give it enough time that we can publicize it so people who are have concerns about it.
So what about March?
Dogs riding skateboards, I've literally seen it. Sorry, I'm reading Coral.
I think I do think there is a risk though that the result of it could be a request for greater adherence to the law.
That's true.
That is just, I think,
It's a risk.
there's a risk that if it becomes a bigger discussion, that there'll be,
then it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's status quo. It's no big deal.
yeah,
I mean, I would certainly invite all of you to come out in the morning and observe what happens.
Yeah.
Get an idea of how, how the park is actually used at that time of day.
yeah, I'm surprised. I walk through every Sunday to meet my dad and there at 8:30 and I've never seen anyone get ticketed. So I'm interested. That's news to me that,
Yeah, they probably only work on weekdays anyways.
okay. I work through there.
That's a
Okay.
hefty ticket, though.
Yeah, I don't know why it would vary either. I don't know that makes me think that there are multiple statutes that are being, if there's one for 100 and one for 400.
Isn't it for
I
repeat?
can get you that information.
There you go.
Yeah, and hunted down makes me seem like, it sounds like somebody's running away.
Sometimes, I think, I don't, running away is wrong. It's probably just walking away with the dog leashed, thinking that the issue is resolved once the dog is leashed.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
Okay.
From the POV of the ranger.
I see. Yeah, what is ranger? There's.
But there's PEP officers.
PEP officers.
There's urban park rangers.
Okay.
They're in a similar title, but they're
That's who
the
you think it
same
is.
division. So it's something that, I wouldn't necessarily be a ranger, would probably be a PEP officer.
That's what I would have thought, yeah.
Ticketing are the ones that drive up in cars.
Yeah.
Pet officers can't ticket. We don't know what they can.
PEP, yeah, they can. That was a question.
Yeah, usually it's PEP.
That's what I would have thought, yeah. But
Hunters?
no, let's shoot for March. We'll do it in March. That'll give us enough time to publicize it. And,
Yeah, but I can get you more information based on the fines and then the off-leash hours and how they're determined and the parameters around that and.
no, I know there have been people who have expressed concern about the fact that there were people being ticketed. So I know that there has been some. And I'll tell you how it came about. People like, if they got ticketed, I bet you they would not do it. And apparently that's not happening. So that it would be.
I can even get information on where we've been doing some.
And we can have a record of the tickets too, right? That's all. So I think we should include all that in the March conversation.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Agreed.
All right, thanks, guys. 8:00. Look at that.
Very
I
good.
have
Hot diggity dog.
Yeah.
a whole thing ahead of us.
Yeah, thanks.